Okay, you guys, more and more live updates. Welcome to the show. This is the Michael Garza show. Michael Garza show. Like they call me Garza on the internet. Here we go. So we're putting up a couple things on the screen. Give me a moment. Just putting up a few pieces of information, though. Sorry about the delay, you guys. All right. Toggle the pin. Let's go. Hey, what up, Annie? How you doing? What is up, my brony warrior, dude? My brony bros, dude. You're a pink brony bro. All right, so I'm chilling out. I'm getting a couple things underway. It's good to see you, Annie. It's good to have you on the show. And we're going to tap subscribe. Make sure you guys tap the like button. Obviously, you all know that. I always try to get you guys to tap tap that like button, yo. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Hell yeah. We're at 9,300 subs, man. Woo! We're only 700 subscribers away from hitting the 10,000 subscriber threshold. So, it's good to see you too, Annie. It's good to see you. And we're ready to roll, man. We're ready to roll. Yes and no. Boop. But yeah, if you guys can, tap the like button. Tap it with your tip. Let's go, man. So we're going to watch a little bit of Sexy Pete Hegseth give us a rundown of what's happening in the Iran war. And you know me. I'm very sprung for Hegseth. So allegedly there was a deal that was cut. We're going to see what happened, man.
Again, I had the opportunity to visit our troops fighting in Operation Epic Fury. We were on the ground, in CENTCOM on Saturday for about half the day. For reasons of operational security, so those troops are not targeted, the places and bases will not be named. Suffice it to say, the trip was an honor. I had a chance to bear witness, and I witnessed the best of America. I witnessed warriors. A brotherhood of men and women, warriors all. Active duty, guard, and reserve. United in their love for each other, their shared purpose, and their...
Hell yeah, dude. No, they love the country, and I love it. I love it. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. Let's go, dude. Laura's on recommendation. I don't know. What are you talking about, bro? Laurosis? I can't remember, bro.
Their commitment to the mission. I witnessed sheer competency. I watched a private first class confidently calling out an enemy missile trajectory to a room full of officers. Everyone focused. The room was locked in. 2 enemy missiles successfully shot down.
Heck yeah, bro.
I spoke to Air Force and Navy.
Hell yeah. No, I dig it, man. I mean, honestly, these guys are trained at levels I can never imagine, man. Amazing. Freaking amazing.
Navy pilots on the flight line who every day both deliver bombs deep into Iran, but also shoot down drones.
Oh, thank you for sharing it, Annie. I'm going to share it to X as well. If you guys can, though, don't forget to share the stream on X or Facebook or whatever social media you use. We're trying to get more subscribers, so yeah, don't forget to share. And I appreciate you guys sharing this, man. Wait, who's behind what? All right, let's go. All right, I'm losing my voice a little bit this morning, trying to get it back, but I think I just need to drink some water or something like that, or just need to speak with my chest. Let's keep going, man. No, but I love Pete Hegseth. I really do think he's a smart guy.
Defending their base. Many had just returned from the skies of Iran and Tehran. I put on a headset and spoke to one crew in the cockpit, locked and loaded, each and every day. I witnessed ingenuity, American ingenuity. I met the young Army officer who figured out how to neutralize maneuvering enemy missiles, saving countless lives. His commander confirmed that the whoops and cheers erupted in the Tactical Operations Center when his new approach was first successful.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
I met the Air Force intel analyst who refines target packages faster than the enemy can adapt. I actually gave him my card and told him to keep me posted on the ground truth. I did the same with his boss, a colonel with a heart the size of Texas and a beautiful deployment mustache to match. I witnessed lethality.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
I met a junior airman as the sun was going down and a chill was setting on the tarmac, who, when asked what they needed, she simply looked up at me with a sly smile on her face and said, "More bombs, sir, and bigger bombs."
I love it, man. I love it.
We will happily oblige her. I met the Army targeting team who found and sunk the pride and joy of the Iranian Navy, their fighting position plastered with images of sunken enemy ships. And I witnessed urgency. Right when we landed, another C-17 landed just minutes after us. And within 30 seconds of the aircraft coming to a full stop, a team on the ground pulled up and the cargo was being uploaded. Wartime speed. To a man and to a woman, on the ground, in the air, on the flight line, and in the TOC, I heard, "We want everything faster. Higher op tempo.
Yeah.
Wartime speed." The feeling was the exact opposite of the rotational units year after year in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that we're so familiar with. In those wars, it was all...
Yeah, I felt like the war in Iraq. It felt like the war in Iraq was deliberately slower than it needed to be. You know what I mean? I feel like the war in Iran, I think it's going well. Whether people want to admit it or not, the war in Iran's actually going well. Like, seriously. It's going well. And no, people just don't want to admit it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie and tell you guys. I'm not gonna tell you guys a lie. Look, it's going well. The more I analyze this war, the more I realize this war is going well. The effort is going well. Pete Hegseth is the man. The U.S. military is amazing. I think you guys can agree with that. And if not, that's okay too.
Always about the next rotation, never knowing when the mission would end or exactly what the mission was.
Why are you saying I'm stupid? Why am I stupid? Why are you so smart? You don't think we should be in Iran? Why don't you think we should be? You do. We should absolutely be in Iran right now. Here's the thing. The U.S. military took out the entire Iranian military and their shitty government in a span of weeks. Are you telling me that that's not a good thing? Come on, man. You know it's a good thing.
Year after year, not with epic fury. I witnessed urgency to finish the job, urgency to achieve mission success, not looking at the next rotation, only moving as fast as possible to win. I got a chance to troop the line, to witness firsthand what we already know is true. Spoke to all ranks and all services, none of whom knew we were coming. It was not rehearsed or scripted. Sometimes we just wandered. What I witnessed was motivation. It was sheer mission focus. It was the American warrior unleashed. It was the kind of warfighting American spirit that comes with a clear mission against a determined enemy. A crew chief we flew with summed it up.
Dude, it's not going to be $200 a barrel. If oil gets to $200 a barrel, that would shock me. The Strait of Hormuz is not going to be closed as long as you guys think. And a lot of you guys are pessimists, so naturally you're used to thinking in pessimistic terms. Granted. And a lot of you guys have Trump derangement syndrome in the chat. There's a lot of people in the chat that have Trump derangement syndrome. I'm not a medical doctor. You know, talk to a doctor about your TDS, your Trump derangement syndrome, and to see if you got it. I mean, I think you guys do, allegedly. And, yeah, if you guys got Trump derangement syndrome, you know, talk to your doctor, talk to a medical professional, seek psychiatric help, all that stuff. I think you guys know I'm correct, right? You guys know I'm right?
Nicely. He said, "It's been a busy few weeks, sir. Tough stuff. But I'm so honored to be called up. This fight is long overdue. We need to address..."
Look at how many of these... Look at that. That's a Karen. She looks like a Karen. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this dude. Maybe he's... I don't know. He might be aroused like I am. I don't know, allegedly.
Address it for our kids. We cannot pass the buck. Please thank the president from us.
Now, Democrats are the most pessimistic people I've ever met. A lot of people who are heavily Democrat, left leaning, and I think a lot of it comes from the fact that they believe in socialism and communism, which I believe is just a reflection of their mentality of the world. You know, yeah. Pessimistic attitude is a Democrat feature. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely, 100%. The woke people are out of their mind, man.
I heard that time and time again. I asked each young American...
By the way, we're going to react to some woke people after Hegseth is done, giving an update on the Iran war. I wouldn't even call... It's tough to call it a war because it's been an annihilation. You know, it's been more of an annihilation than anything. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Trump's on the right path, man. He's on the right path. I know you guys don't believe it. I know some of you woke people are like, eh.
What do you need?
Also, if you guys can, double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. But yeah, double tap the screen to like the stream, baby. Let's go.
And nobody said better equipment. Nobody said more comfortable living conditions. Nobody said send me home. Well, of course, eventually we want all those things. They do too. But what those Americans said to me, young and old, officer and NCO, male and female, black and white, was let's finish the mission.
Let's finish the job, dude.
Get us even more...
Yeah, finish that job, dude. Honestly, no, they're going to finish it soon. I mean, there's only like a couple weeks of the war left. Now, I did predict that it would start winding down March 31st, and it seems like it actually kind of is. So maybe I wasn't entirely wrong with my prediction, but it's a prediction. I wasn't guaranteeing anything. I never guarantee anything. But I do like making predictions, though. Predictions are fun. And that was my prediction. And today's the 31st, so... Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Hegseth, man.
Bombs, bigger bombs, more targets.
If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Pete Hegseth is a top G, tap the subscribe button. More subscribers will get the better, man.
Let us finish this. In fact, Admiral Cooper noted this morning that the 3 Air Force captains shot down by Kuwaiti-friendly fire early in the fight, weeks ago. They never left the theater. All dropped bombs over Tehran last night. These men and women live the...
No, absolutely, he's a real leader. Pete Hegseth is a true patriot and a real leader, absolutely.
The Riddler 2 says, Pete Hegseth is a true patriot and real leader.
He's the man, dude. Dude, Pete Hegseth is the man. I can't say his name sometimes, but Pete Hegseth is an incredible human being. I love the guy. I think he's got a good attitude. He's got a winning attitude, which is something I think a lot of people can appreciate. And he's a great guy.
Iranian threat every day, incoming missiles and drones, and know what a world looks like, what the world would look like if Iran had the most dangerous weapons in the world, a nuclear weapon. As President Trump has said.
Hold on. So Camp Krusty's saying that he's a raging alcoholic? How? I don't think he is, dude. Why would you say that? Is he? Is Hegseth actually... No, he's not. Hegseth is a true patriot and a total stud, by the way.
Said time and time again for years, and in this administration, Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and they won't. These troops, they want to finish this fight for their kids and their grandkids. This is about history. This is about legacy. Success matters. And because of this president and these Americans, we're closer than ever before to winning.
Amen,
President
brother.
Trump is
Amen,
doing
dude.
what no other president had the guts to do. Previous presidents were all talk.
Oh, yeah, Joe Biden. Joe Biden just left all of our military equipment, not all of it, but a good deal of military equipment in Afghanistan. Don't forget that, you guys. Honestly, Joe Biden made things worse, in my opinion. And the mainstream media defended Joe Biden far too often. It was disturbing how much they defended that man. Joe Biden was terrible. Barack Obama was terrible. George W. Bush was terrible.
He's all action. On the battlefield, because of the
Bill Clinton kind of sucked too. I'm not going to lie.
attitude the president has given us, American firepower is only increasing.
Hold on. Everybody's... Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Sorry, everybody. So we got Brittany in the chat. Hello, Brittany. It's TJ's wife right there. We got Brittany Stocks in the house. We got, let's see, Annie. Of course, we got Annie in the house. We got Camp Krusty. Yeah, Camp Krusty, I don't think Hegseth... I mean, he might be an alcoholic. I don't know. Some people drink a lot of alcohol. Some people don't, you know. Some people smoke a lot of weed. Some people don't. You know what I mean? Some people casually smoke. It just, you know. As long as he's a functional... I mean, look, if he's a functional alcoholic, then I'm not... I'm not encouraging people being one, but, you know, if he could do his job, let him cope the way he needs to cope, man. It's not easy doing this. I do not envy the position that Hegseth is in. I don't. Heaviest is the crown. What's that old fucking saying? It's like, I don't know. Heavy is the crown upon the head. I don't know. Anyway, he's a stud. I love Hegseth, man. I think he's pretty cool.
Iran's decreasing. We have more and more options, and they have less. Just 1 month in, only 1 month, we set the terms. The upcoming days will be decisive. Iran knows that, and there's almost nothing they can militarily do about it. Yes, they will still shoot some missiles, but we will shoot them down. Of note, the last 24 hours saw the lowest number of enemy missiles and drones fired by Iran. They will go underground, but we will find them. We recently destroyed another one of their command bunkers. Leaders forced to flee. No water, no power, no oxygen, no command and control. Their faith in...
I mean, dude, honestly, it just sounds like the U.S. military striking them down left and right. I do want to say that I hope your brother's doing all right, Brittany. I hope your brother's doing all right, man. No, I've been thinking about that actually. Just I'm hoping that they're able to get him out of harm's way ASAP. So I'm praying for all you guys. I'm praying for you, TJ, and your bro. So. Anyway, let's keep going. Whew. I mean, I just want to see this. I want to see this conflict end as quickly as possible. I want to see Iran with less of a military. That's one of the goals. And, yeah, that's what I want to see.
their caves diminishing. The latest intel is clear out of CENTCOM. Our strikes are damaging the morale of the Iranian military, leading to widespread desertions, key personnel shortages, and causing frustrations amongst senior leaders. Just last night, we had 200 dynamic strikes alone. Dynamic strike is a strike where a pilot leaves, and during their flight, they get a new target set based on real-time intel given to them. a new launcher, a new location, a new troop formation. A dynamic target is one that changes while you're in the air because of improved intelligence. 200 dynamic strikes alone, in addition to the pre-planned targets.
Jeez, man. Jeez.
The video the president posted last night of Esfahan, an ammo depot struck by U.S. bombers. You see.
Yeah, and look at, I love the plan. The plan is to keep striking all the facilities that Iran is using. Keep striking those facilities. Get rid of their ammo. Get rid of their guns. Find a way to defang the Iranian government. So, yeah. Doesn't sound too bad to me.
So you don't get to see many of those videos because, as a reminder, Iran has still shut off the internet to 99.9% of its population. But if Iran is wise, they will cut a deal. President Trump doesn't bluff and he does not back down. You can ask Khomeini about that. The new Iranian regime should know that by now. This new regime, because regime change has occurred, should be wiser than the last.
Hopefully.
President Trump will make a deal. He is willing. And the terms of the deal are known to them. If Iran is not willing, then the United States War Department will continue with even more intensity. Mm-hmm. Standing here this morning in this briefing room, we
got my boy E.T. in the house as well. So we got a lot of people in the house. We got Jake, Quinn. We got, unfortunately, Camp Krusty. Let's see, we got Brittany in the house. Let's see, we got Annie, Judge Dredd. Oh, God, Judge Dredd, dude. Let's see here. What are we doing?
My mind's eye. I'm actually looking out at the groups I met this weekend. The pilots, the logisticians, the intel analysts, the targeters, the sustainers, the flight crews, the air defenders, the base security, those maintainers who we walked up at sunset with the chill in the air on the flight line. May God watch over all of them, each day and each night. May his almighty and eternal arms of providence stretch over them and protect them and bring them peace. In the name of Jesus Christ. And amen. Mr. Chairman, over to you.
Thank you.
Stud, dude. He's such a stud. Like, I don't understand why anybody could hate this guy. He's honestly an incredible dude. I love Hegseth, man.
Secretary, good morning, everyone, and thank you again for being here. As operations continue, I remain deeply grateful for the service and determination of 2.8 million members of our joint force, each of whom are serving something greater than themselves. Every day, those deployed, and in many cases, those at home who are deploying forward, and bomber pulses and others put themselves in harm's way, and we owe them a deep debt of gratitude. I remain especially grateful for our fallen who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We'll never forget their valor and their determination to do something greater than themselves. And each day we continue to earn what they've given to us. This morning I want to share that yesterday the Joint Force had the honor of participating in the burial of Colonel Clarence Emil Bud Anderson, who passed away in May of 2024 at the ripe old age of 102. He was laid to rest in Arlington Cemetery yesterday morning alongside his wife of 70 years, Eleanor, who he married on February 23rd, 1945.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's beautiful right there. That is honestly beautiful, man.
Passed away in 2015 at the age of 92. Bud, yesterday, a legend to our Air Force and fighter pilots everywhere, was honored with a combination flyby of F-35s and a four-ship of P-51 Mustangs. He was one of the most prolific flying aces of World War II and the highest-scoring P-51 ace with 16 and a quarter kills in his squadron and in his group. And he served from 1942 to 1972, and his last combat tour was flying F-104 Thunder Chiefs over North Vietnam. For anyone that had the
Jeez. Stunning, man. Stunning and amazing.
chance to meet Colonel Anderson, you knew what an incredibly special man he was. And that's true for each and every one of our World War II vets who become fewer and fewer with each passing day. They are...
Well, and that's the thing, man. I mean, those guys... You know, I've never served in the military or anything, but damn. Like... The people in the military today are legends. The people back in the day, the veterans back in the day were legends. It's wild, man. Sometimes I realize I need to read a little more history, you know? Even though I know things here and there, historically speaking, I think I should study a little more American history. You know, get a little closer to some of the things that maybe I don't understand or don't know, you know? That's just all I'm saying right there.
The greatest generation and give us the gift of an incredible example as we execute Operation Epic Fury today. And Colonel Anderson, we mourn for your loss and remember that smile on the right side as you went out to do our nation's business. I'd like to now share an operational update. Our joint force continues to focus on our military objectives as we systematically continue to degrade and destroy Iran's ability to project power and threaten stability beyond its borders. First, the joint force continues to destroy Iran's ballistic missile.
Hey, I just want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We're now at 9,303 subscribers. Once again, 9,303 subs. We're only 97 subscribers away from hitting 9,400. So if you guys can, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. So more subscribers, the better, man. Double tap the screen to like the stream, though. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. I really appreciate it, everybody. But yeah, no, honestly, everything that's been done so far, if no deal is reached, by the way, this is true. President Trump is threatening Iran's energy resources. A deal, look, it's in Iran's best interest to just leave the Strait of Hormuz open. Because, honestly, the U.S. military will stop at nothing to totally cripple the infrastructure of Iran's government, specifically. But yeah, no, I love Donald Trump. I think what he's doing is right. I love this guy right here. He's amazing.
And UAS capabilities. We remain focused on interdicting and destroying the logistical and supply chains that feed these programs. And this remains a truly joint effort prosecuted around the clock from air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace. Long-range bombers from U.S. Strategic Command are coordinating with tactical fighter aircraft from our joint force launched from bases around the region and the continental United States, while simultaneously Navy fighters from the sea and sailors continue to project power from the sea, while Army and Marine artillery units continue to execute long-range precision fires deep into enemy territory against high-value targets. Meanwhile, on the defense side, our Army and air defenders and aviators, as the Secretary talked about, remain vigilant, forming a shield to protect our forces and our partners, intercepting missiles and drones. Together, we continue to deliver precision strikes against key manufacturing nodes, component storage sites, research facilities deep within Iranian territory. And over the past 30 days, we've struck more than 11,000 targets. Given the increase in air superiority,
You think that Trump is going to strike a deal? Hold on, Yuka Trash 79. You think that Trump is going to strike a deal and it's the exact same one as Obama? Hell no. And by the way, don't ever compare him to Obama. Obama sucks.
Successfully started to conduct the first overland B-52 missions, which allow us, as we've said before, to continue to get on top of the enemy. And as the Secretary talked about, switch towards more and more dynamic targets, servicing mobile targets around the battle space. We've continued to do the work against Iran's missile, drone, and naval production facilities, and we continue the multi-domain pressure that we've talked about. Second, on the Navy front, we continue to assert dominance over the Iranian Navy. We remain...
I mean, this is a great update. I am really curious, though, on the naval update, because I'm pretty sure last time I checked, the U.S. military struck down like every single frickin' naval ship that the Iranian military had.
Focused on targeting their mine laying capability, their naval assets, and we've now, as I mentioned briefly last time, started to work attack helicopters and other close air support assets into the naval domain. CENTCOM continues to identify and work against naval depots and storage areas, and we've taken out, again, more than 150 ships, including all Jamaran-class frigates inside their Navy. Third, we continue to prosecute our campaign against our defense industrial base at scale. This includes factories, warehouses, nuclear...
So wait, Iran still has mine-laying ships? I thought we took all those out, dude. Embrace madness. I thought we took all those out, bro. Anyway, let's keep watching the video.
Weapons research and development labs and the associated infrastructure required for Iran to reconstitute its combat capability. I'd like to continue my theme of highlighting the incredible contributions of Americans to our joint force. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a different front line, a line that doesn't have bunkers or guard posts, but is just as critical to our nation's security, our National Assembly lines. Today, I want to recognize a group of
National Assembly lines, okay.
Americans who live at the beginning of our nation's combat power, the Americans who actually make our weapons, both inside our defense industrial base, but even more broadly inside our national industrial base. In every military option, we could not and cannot do our jobs without the men and women across our country who show up every day around the clock to a factory floor, a workshop, a laboratory, who build the weapons and capabilities we need to project American combat power at the time and place of our choosing. These great Americans, and I've had a chance to spend some time with them when I was in the private sector, are the core of American combat power. They're the machinists running high-tech CNC machines, cutting raw blocks of metal into incredibly precise parts. They're the assembly workers painstakingly taking a kit of parts and turning that into a complex guidance system or precision munition or a rocket motor.
I mean, that shit's amazing. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that photo right here, but it's amazing that a lot of these assembly workers are able to pull this off, man. I mean, putting all this shit together has to be super well, maybe not super complex, but man, it's got to be timely. It's got to take a bit of time, and it's got to be done correctly, man. So it's wild, dude. It's so cool.
Motor or building a jet or submarine, or that there are quality assurance technicians who ensure that when a warfighter...
Yeah, quality assurance is a big deal, dude. You always want to make sure the product that is off the assembly line looks good, works good, no matter what it is. So, amazing. Amazing.
Pulls a trigger, the weapon works every time. This can be and is tough and gritty work. It's not a quiet office and a desk with paper, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this is exactly the way this group of Americans likes it. I know this. I've seen it myself, and I remain deeply honored by that gift. It's often loud and dangerous work, demanding, requires absolute focus for hours at a time with deep commitment to get it right every single time. It's hands-on work where one uncaught mistake or deviation can put an American's life at risk. A single misplaced wire, a microscopic flaw in a weld, incorrectly calibrated sensor could mean the difference between mission success or mission failure. The difference is measured in the lives of our sons and daughters who we put out around the field and on the field of battle. We rely on and trust in these great Americans, and it's not just their manufacturing skill, it's their innovative minds and their entrepreneurial spirit. From those who build exquisite capabilities down to the mom and pop machine shops all over this great country, they live at the beginning of and the core of America's combat capability, constantly adapting, constantly improving, constantly learning. And there are examples of this throughout history and current days, to include building things like the F-117 stealth fighter, the B-2 stealth bomber, making our combat capability undetectable over the enemy, to today's B-21 and F-47. It's work like in the shipyards of the East Coast and Northeast side of the United States that go out and build America's nuclear submarines that allow us to patrol around the world at the time and place of our choosing. These innovators, these workers, these incredible Americans don't get the same glory as a fighter pilot returning to a carrier deck at night or an artilleryman sending rounds.
It's really cool that he's giving kudos to the assembly workers who are assembling all the bombs, the weapons, whether it's a rifle, whether it's the bombs that are used. Honestly, amazing. It's really cool that they're giving shout-outs across the board, man. I love that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, and here's the thing, man. I'm not going to... Some people have asked me that I need to apologize for voting for Donald Trump. And I'm here to tell you this. I voted for him in 2016, 2020, and 2024. Best decisions I made when it came to my politics. I'm not much of a political guy. I don't wear it as an identity. If people hate Trump, they hate Trump. I'm not going to go crazy because they do. I think Trump's a cool dude. I liked Trump well before. But, yeah. Let's keep watching the update, though.
Rounds downrange, and yet they show up every single day. And without them, we could not do the work that we are tasked to do. 24/7, they build the tools that we need to do our business. The skill, the commitment, the patriotism, the dedication poured in.
Yeah, I don't want to apologize at all. Like, that's the thing. I'm just saying I'm not going to apologize. Look, if you guys are unapologetic about loving Trump, tap the subscribe button. If you guys are like, fuck yeah, dude. Because I'm unapologetic about it. I'm not going to apologize. Why should I? I have the right to a political opinion, the same right that everybody else does. A political figure that I happen to like, and honestly, he's been a pretty good role model for me. So, to all the leftists in the chat, you guys can go be miserable. That's fine. I am a little bit hungry, though. So I am going to make myself probably just some nachos. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make myself a turkey sandwich. All right. Let's do it. Let's see here. All right, I got my Sandos. We're gonna watch a little bit of Pete Hegseth. Couple amazing sandwiches here.
Into every piece of combat capability and hardware is seen and felt out at the edge of the force, as the secretary talked about those young bomb builders out in the desert that he had the chance to see. You can see it, you can feel it, and it's real, and we're deeply grateful. So to the American workforce out there, both inside our defense industrial base and in our national industrial base, thank you on behalf of the Joint Force.
Hell yeah.
We carry the weapons that you build. We rely on the systems that you create, and the distance from that factory floor and that assembly line to the front line is incredibly short. Thank you. Keep it up. And to our adversaries out there, I remind you to beware of the American workforce. We continue to press forward in our military objectives. The Secretary and I remain deeply humbled by the spirit, tenacity, commitment, and grit of our 2.8 million member strong joint force. I want to, as always, thank the force and their families, and as always, remember our fallen. We carry with them and their names every day. Sir, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Two things. He didn't note it, but in memory of Colonel Bud Anderson, the chairman himself flew his F-16 to honor him recently. And thank you for highlighting the Defense Industrial Base, the Arsenal of Freedom. It's worth noting no one has rebuilt that Defense Industrial Base faster and with more purpose than President Trump in his first term. Now we're rebuilding the Arsenal of Freedom. Our Defense Industrial Base is more vibrant today than it's been since World War II and growing rapidly. Contrast that with Iran, whose Defense Industrial Base is nearly completely destroyed. Their ability to reconstitute the weapons of war they're using now that they're hiding in underground facilities and attriting over time, their ability to rebuild that is negligible. And I think that contrast is an enduring legacy of this as well, right here.
That sounds incredible to me, man.
Thank you for your time. We've had some signaling that the U.S. will retake control of the Strait of Hormuz.
I don't know what his exact answer is going to be, but U.S. needs to take control of the Strait of Hormuz. Honestly, that should be, I mean, look, taking out the entirety of the leadership of Iran, in my opinion, should be priority number one. Priority number two is securing the Strait of Hormuz.
At that point, what military posture will be imposed to guarantee safe passage for our allies, deter our enemies, and demonstrate U.S. dominance in the region? And also, can you speak to how much America's adversaries, Russia, China, North Korea, how much they're supporting Iran's war machine at this point with arms and intelligence? And
I have a feeling that I hope China is being supportive for once, but I doubt they are. I could be wrong. But we'll see. We shall see.
What we are militarily doing to punish the enemy coalition.
Appreciate both questions. On the Strait of Hormuz, there are many more vessels flowing through today than there were, as the president has arranged. The president's
Oh shit! Really? Okay. So if there, I'm actually happy to hear that because there's more vessels coming through the Strait of Hormuz. You know what that means? Actually, the markets did go up today. Hold on. Let's see how far they went up, though. Oh yeah. Markets went up like crazy. Let me, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, my God. 53.48, hell yeah. So I sell the volatility of a lot of these index ETFs. I tell you, it's fun. I love it. Give me 1 second, everybody. Yeah, it looks like everything's going up rapidly. Including silver, dude. Silver is booming. Oh, my God. I love it when the price of silver goes up, though, man. Oh, yeah, silver's going up. Oh, my God. I'm swing trading the SLV ETF. It's not an endorsement or anything, not financial advice, but I love swing trading, man. Amazing. I'm making a lot of money swing trading silver, I'll tell you that. Swing trading index ETFs, too. Holy crap. Amazing. Give me a moment, you guys. Hold on. I'm being a little bit of a fat man right now. Oh, hell yeah. We're winning. Heck yeah, man. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's keep rolling, man.
It's been clear to Iran, open it for business, or we have options, and we certainly do. And when you look at what the chairman laid out with the Navy industrial base, with coastal cruise.
Somebody's asking, what do I get for VIP? What exclusive benefits are there to set me apart from the peasants if I spend? Okay, so yeah, if you become a member for 99 cents a month, what it entails is I do have what's called the Secret Show. It is an exclusive show for anybody who has a membership, whether you pay the 99 cents or the $1.99. It's totally up to you. I was thinking about making an even more exclusive show for people who have $1.99 memberships. But yeah, anybody who wants to become a channel member, we like to encourage it, obviously. But at the end of the day, it's always up to you guys. So I want to thank everybody. Yeah, we're at 9,306 subs, you guys. 9,306. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. Once again, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help. Give me a few more seconds. Subscribe, man, and simp. I have no idea.
missiles, with UAVs, with counter mine capabilities. We've been focused from the beginning on attriting and defeating those capabilities and limiting their options. There's lots we're doing as well, some of which is known, some of which is not known, to set the conditions. And I think the president was clear this morning in his truth that there are countries around the world who ought to be prepared to step up on this critical waterway as well. It's not just the United States Navy. Last time I checked, there was supposed to be a big bad Royal Navy that could be prepared to do things like that as well. So he's pointing out this is an international waterway that we use less than most, in fact, dramatically less than most. So the world ought to pay attention and be prepared to stand up. President Trump's been willing to do the heavy lifting on behalf of the free world to address this threat of Iran. It's not just our problem set going forward, even though we have done the lion's share of preparation to ensure that that strait will be open, which is an outcome the president's been very clear on. As far as Russia and China, we know exactly what they're doing, what they are or are not doing. We don't have to air publicly what all of that is, but where necessary, we're addressing it, we're mitigating it, or we're confronting it head on. I don't know if you have anything you want to add.
No, sir.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I don't know, man. I just want to see the Strait of Hormuz open, man. That's all I want to see, Mr. Hegseth. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's all I want. You blame Democrats for inflation? I do. Honestly, Democrats have... I don't know. It's just Democrat policies suck. You know? At the end of the day, a lot of the Democrat policies just suck ass.
Sure, I think you covered it.
Do you have any timeline for operability in the strait?
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. David Zier, Real America's Voice. And I witnessed that enthusiasm on the lines and our submarine builders and ironworks. It's unbelievable. But I just wanted to ask you, what's the status of the delivery of any hardened bunkers for additional protection for our troops? And without getting too specific, what kind of measures are we taking to protect some of the larger, more strategic aircraft like the Sentry and other?
Well, it's a great question. I'll say what I witnessed where I went was a completely locked-in discipline of bunker use and bunker improvement. So from the beginning, as we stated very clearly, the first thing we did was set up a defense and make sure our defensive capabilities were maxed out before any of this even started.
That's good. That's good. So basically, anybody who's on the ground is what it sounds like. It sounds like they're, whether on the ground or on the sea, it sounds like they're well protected. Is that what I'm hearing?
Included fortifications as much as possible, but it also included disbursement. If all of our people are in one place, you could imagine why that's a big problem. So dispersing is part of that defeat. Alongside that disbursement is more and more bunkers. And I can tell you, talking to base commanders, talking to our allies in Israel, talking to others, rapidly fielding that and then improving those positions is a theater priority, no doubt, as are the air defenses and the layered air defenses. It's not just Patriots and THAADs, it's fighters and defensive caps, it's other kinetic defeat systems, it's electronic warfare. So the defense of our troops and our assets is max. I will say on some of those other assets you talked about, air wings, airframes, there's some things adversaries are doing to provide info and intel that they shouldn't. We're aware of it. And ultimately we move things around and don't. One of the biggest principles you learn in the military is to not set patterns, predictable patterns. And so commanders are working hard to
be sporadic, yeah. And that's something too. Whenever it's funny that he mentions that, I could equate that to chess a little bit because I play one of my buddies, Jake. I play him on chess quite frequently, and I always find ways to keep my. I try not to be predictable in chess. That's the one thing. The goal is not to be predictable, come up with good strategies that are effective, and then just go from there. right now I'm doing a chess move real quick. Hold on. Ah, crap. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, I figured out the move. I was kind of scared because he actually had a good move. I was actually thinking about all the possible outcomes, and yeah, looks good. Thank you. Thank you.
To adjust in real time with those systems and make sure they're in the right places and not easily targetable. Jillian.
Thanks, Mr. Secretary. The U.S. and Iran appear right now publicly to disagree about whether there are these negotiations ongoing. What impact does that have on military strategy? Does it have any bearing at all? And General, the President wrote yesterday that the U.S. might destroy Iran's electricity generating plants and oil wells. Those are his words before ending this operation. Is there a way to do either of those things without like seriously jeopardizing or seriously harming civilians?
I mean, maybe not, you know? I don't know how Hegseth is going to answer this, to be honest, but I think a good answer would be, you know, obviously I think they're trying to target government facilities more than anything. Why not? Why not, man? And that's what the U.S. military is trying to do, and I appreciate it, man. I love it.
So on the talks, I can tell you, having been with Steve and Jared and the Vice President and Marco and many others yesterday, they are very real. They are ongoing. They're active, and I think gaining strength. And we appreciate that. As I said in my remarks, we would much prefer to get a deal. If Iran was willing to relinquish material they have and ambitions they have, open this, great. That's the goal. We don't want to have to do more militarily than we have to. But I didn't mean it flippantly when I said, in the meantime, we'll negotiate with bombs. Our job is to ensure that we compel Iran to realize that this new regime, this regime in charge, is in a better place if they make that deal. And so we'll continue. We're working hand in hand, but the primary effort is...
Oh my God, dude, what is up with the petty address? Hold on.
The Petersburg address says, "Cool chess story, sister. Get a full-size fridge, you bum."
Yeah, I don't want a full-size fridge, dude. I like my mini fridge, bro. I like my mini fridge, bro. But yeah, anyway, Petersburg address is a total chud, dude. This guy is a total chud. Anyway, I bet he's woke. How much do you guys want to bet he's a woke person?
It's a deal. We want that deal to be accomplished if at all possible. If not, then we're prepared to continue.
Secretary, what happened at
Go ahead,
Garza?
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. Thanks for the question. We're always thinking about those considerations and develop options to be able to mitigate those risks pursuant to the normal practices that we do in the military. So,
thank you, Mr. Secretary. I know you slightly addressed this already, but just on the Strait of Hormuz, is opening the strait an essential objective to Operation Epic Fury?
Oh my God, yes, it should be. Absolutely should be and needs to happen. 100%. 100% needs to happen. Without a flippin' doubt, dude. It's got to be the main, one of the big things. I think it's the second biggest priority they got. I want to see what Pete's response is going to be, though. We'll see.
Or is that the job of those other countries? And then secondly, without asking you to comment on things that you can't talk about, what is your message to Americans who love the president and strongly believe in him, but are very worried about this notion of boots on the ground?
Look, if boots on the ground are necessary to secure the Strait of Hormuz, and as long as those soldiers are at least protected in some capacity, and not just some, in complete capacity, then good. Let them be protected. They need to be protected. Absolutely. If boots on the ground are necessary and they have a full-out plan on how to implement it, good. Very good.
Well, first on the Strait of Hormuz, our core objectives from this podium, from day one, from me, from the chairman, from the president, from the vice president, from Secretary Rubio and others have been clear. Defense missile production and missile programs, so their entire missile program.
Dude, why should America leave Iran? Dude, we're dominating right now. We're dominating their government. We dominated their military. Look, Iran, I'm not saying rebuild Iran's government and let them figure it out, but we took out the asshola Ayatollah, okay? We successfully took out the asshola Ayatollah. That's really, really important. You know it is.
Defense industrial base and production ability to build, and Navy and power projection. So those have, and then of course wrapping it all is Iran's never going to have a nuclear weapon. So those have been very clear. Defeating the Navy is a core part of ensuring they can't project that kind of power. But ultimately, I think the president's truth this morning lays that out very well. That this Strait of Hormuz issue, which we've set the conditions for success, and we will make sure Iran knows that very clearly, is not just a United States of America problem set. We've been willing to lead. President Trump's led the entire time, but it's not just us. So ultimately, I think other countries should pay attention when the president speaks. He's proven that when he speaks, he means something, and he's pointing out, you might want to start learning how to fight for yourself. It's something some of us have been saying for quite some time. You can't just have flags, you have to have formations. You can't just have a few ships, you have enough to affect change. Those things matter in a dangerous world with ascendant adversaries.
You need a full-on armada, is what he's saying. Yeah, you need a full-on armada of ships. And here. You know? Here.
That's why the chairman's talking about our industrial base. That's why we're launching the Arsenal of Freedom tour to revive our defense industrial base. President Trump doing it in a way that nobody else has. As far as President Trump and boots on the ground, I don't understand why the base, which they have already, they understand, wouldn't have faith in his ability to execute on this. Look at his track record of pursuing peace through strength, America first outcomes. What he's simply saying, and it's exactly...
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't understand why the left is so crazily against Trump. He wants the timeline is 4 to 6 weeks for this war, and then it's done. They're pretty much on the tail end of it. I think we're entering the 5th week, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's winding down. It appears to be winding down the more we look at it. So, no, Operation Epic Fury has been a success. I know a lot of liberals don't want to admit that, but Operation Epic Fury has been a huge success. And Donald Trump has been very successful. I know it pisses you off, you libs, to admit that. By the way, double tap the screen to like the stream and subscribe if you love Donald Trump as much as I do. Let's go.
True, and I've said from this podium too, we're not going to foreclose any option. You can't fight and win a war if you tell your adversary what you are willing to do or what you are not willing to do. Pete
Hegseth can't give you his entire fucking playbook. And the problem is with a lot of these narcissistic reporters, they think they deserve the entire playbook. Here's the thing. If he tells you the playbook, the world knows the playbook. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just so frustrating. These reporters are fucking clueless. A lot of these reporters are definitely clueless. By the way, we're at 9,309 subs. I want to thank everybody for helping us out. We're trying to get to 9,400 subscribers by the end of the day. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs at least before the middle of April, which I think we can get. I think we can get to 10,000 subscribers closer to the middle of April. I think we could pull it off.
Include boots on the ground. Our adversary right now thinks there are 15 different ways we could come at them with boots on the ground. And guess what? There are. So if we needed to, we could execute those options on behalf of the President of the United States and this department. Or maybe we don't have to use them at all. Maybe negotiations work, or maybe there's a different approach. But the point is to be unpredictable in that. Certainly not let anybody know what you're willing to do or not do.
Don't reveal your whole playbook, bro. Exactly. And no, I think this entire operation's been a success. It's been a huge success. I love what Hegseth is doing, man.
But if anybody has internalized the lessons of Iraq and Afghanistan as the first one, President Trump, to call them out for what they are, he's not going to repeat those lessons. And I think I've been very clear about that from the podium. Yes.
Thank you, Secretary Hegseth. A question for you and then a question for General Kane. You said we're a month into the Operation Epic Fury. How long until the objectives are achieved, and is there...
I still think that it's winding down now. I know there's boots on the ground, but I think that's kind of a sign that we've kind of taken over the territory for the most part. That's what I think.
Scenario where a deal is struck before the objectives have been achieved. And then for General Kane, there's been lots of media coverage that suggested a ground invasion is imminent. What other purposes might the soldiers and the Marines who have been deployed over to the Middle East serve in this conflict?
Well, just like the previous question, it's sort of military 101. Don't tell your enemy what you're willing to...
Exactly. He's not going to reveal a timeline. He's not going to reveal what they're going to do when they get there. He's not revealing the plans. That would be so idiotic.
To do or not do. And don't tell your enemy when you're willing to stop. Especially an enemy that likes to hide in bunkers and try to hoard their missiles and hope you'll wait you out. So that's not a question I'm going to answer or the president has said definitively. We have our own goals and guidance and things military objectives that we're moving toward and things that we look at. And as he's articulated, he said 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, 3. It could be any particular number, but we would never reveal precisely what it is because our goal is to finish those objectives.
They're taking the island? Hell yeah.
We're well on our way. And the chairman and I look at this every single day. It will be the president's determination and the president's determination.
Yeah, here's the thing. The mission is basically topple the Iranian government, cripple the Iranian military, make it to where they can't build a nuclear weapon ever, essentially. Look, a weak Iran is a good Iran. Iran was too powerful for too long. They made life a living hell for everybody in the Middle East. Honestly, they're a huge threat to the global economy, if we're going to be honest. If the liberals were honest, they would at least admit that Iran, as powerful as they were at the time, was a global threat. Especially to global markets, global shipments. It's a good thing that Iran's weak. A weak Iran is a good Iran. I think you all can at least admit that. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know.
Determination alone. When those objectives are complete and when it serves the interest of the American people to cut that deal. To make sure that Iran doesn't have a nuclear capability, and ultimately that our objectives, our interests are advanced. I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, just to answer your question, Reagan, the range of military options that those forces can offer are extensive, not just limited to what you mentioned in terms of forces on the ground. And I wouldn't want to take away the president's decision space, but there are a multitude of things, not the least of which is Iran should note that they're out there and that they are a pressure point, and so they should carefully consider, I think, at the diplomatic level, not my job as a chairman, but at the diplomatic level to consider what's in front of them.
Jerry.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, the U.S. government and IC assessed for many years.
Give me one moment. Small Wiener Gang. Oh my God! I have a news. So I took a look at the Coos Bay, Oregon Facebook page because this guy has been terrible to TJ left and right, and it's so fucking annoying. So Sal from the Coos Bay area page is he issuing an apology? I don't know. It says, attention TJ stock and community members. I want to take a moment to make an open apology to the community and specifically to TJ stock. The other day, I shared a meme that in retrospect was morally reprehensible and inhumane. It targeted struggles with IV drug use, and I now see how deeply wrong that was. I am so very sorry. I'm going so far below the belt. Thinking about it literally makes me upset. Oh my God, Sal's actually going through a conscious... Is Sal actually growing a fucking conscience? Because because I believe in retribution, I believe in some form of, I guess, what do you call it? What is the term? Not retribution, redemption. Redemption. Oh my God. Now Sal is saying politically we are on the opposite sides, but at the end of the day, you are still human. Everyone deserves kindness, empathy, and respect. Congratulations on being in recovery. That's absolutely incredible and makes you a rock star in my mind. Keep up the great work. You've got this. We can get back to politics tomorrow, but today I wanted to acknowledge this, take responsibility, and put it onto the universe. I'm actually kind of stunned. I'm actually, you know what? I never thought I'd say this, but Sal, good job, bud. I mean, I don't really like you. I'll admit, Sal, I think that you have some mental problems, and I'm not going to dog you for those mental problems or anything. I just think you have made politics part of your identity, Sal. But I will give him props. You know? I got to give him some props. I'm not a big fan of Sal, but he actually apologized to TJ. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. But quick thing I want to say real fast. I love my boy TJ, but yeah, Sal actually apologized on a Facebook post. Specifically to TJ. Hell yeah. Now, TJ's a good man. TJ's a hell of a dude. And it pisses me off that Sal has been targeting him the way he has. And I don't believe Sal's exactly a great guy. But I will give him props for actually apologizing. That's surprising, to be honest. I'm still not going to be friends with the guy. Sal has been terrible to TJ. And it's awful, man. So, honestly, I'm glad he found it within himself to apologize for being a prick. And that's actually shocking. Anyway, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, you guys. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. In so many ways. But, yepper. Yep. Give me 1 second. Oh. But thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Simp scribe, man. Simp.
Years that Iran is protecting Al-Qaeda senior leaders, including the current Emir Saif al-
Iran is protecting Al-Qaeda? What the fuck? That's not good, bro. That's not good.
Does the U.S. assess...
Al-Qaeda sucks, by the way. Just as if anybody defends Al-Qaeda and you live in the U.S., just I hope you move away. I hope you go to another country.
that he's still in Iran? Has he fled to Afghanistan? Is he...
But then again, of course, liberals will totally defend. Ugh. I swear, man, a lot of the leftists have daddy issues, like beyond belief, man. It's like if you have daddy issues, it sucks, but the one common theme I've noticed with most leftists is they have daddy issues. It's a very common thing.
On a target list, and Mr. Chairman, based on CENTCOM figures and open source, Iranian daily missile barrages and drone launches have indeed dropped dramatically since the start of the war, but they're not at zero. And they seem to have maintained some level of low but stable numbers. Perhaps they've dropped a little bit more in recent days. How do we get that closer to zero? And what impact is Iran's degraded but still very real capability impacting current and future operations?
So I won't speak to a particular target. I'll just say that al-Qaeda remains our enemy, obviously. And there are a lot of people on our target list in Iran. And if they were to be harboring al-Qaeda, they would certainly fit that list.
Of course, Iran would harbor. Of course, the Iranian government would harbor the. That's just crazy. The Iranian government is so effing shitty, dude. It's so effing shitty. It's crazy. Hey, we're at 9,310 subscribers, though, on a positive note. We're only 90 subscribers away from hitting 9,400. We're getting close. We're almost there, you guys. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger schlangus than I actually do. And let's keep it going, man.
Just quickly, the mobile targets that they have that we continue to service, as the Secretary talked about, the 200 hits that were done last night, that's one component of continuing to lower that. The second and more long-term impact that we're having is the strikes against their defense industrial base at scale, which will not allow them to reload after that. So we do continue to see a trend down. They are still shooting, and we do continue to exert significant pressure against both sides of that system.
Mr. Secretary, thank you for the question. Do you still believe, you said previously that the Iranian leadership would surrender. Do you still believe that? And is the United States still committed to NATO's collective defense? And to Chairman King, could you give us a sense of your thinking about the legality of striking desalinization plants if the president were to order that?
I will just say that any mission that ends on our terms, you want to call it a surrender, call it a defeat, call it what you want. We remain committed to a conflict that ends on our.
It's got to end on the U.S.'s terms. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We hold the cards. We dictate what happens. Iran just needs to surrender at this point. Iranian government needs to surrender. And he says, awesome, 10K, here we come, my pink brony bros, dude, yeah. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club, oh my God. All right, let's keep going, everybody.
Terms in the.
Nah, dude, U.S. does not need to. First off, they're going to be leaving in 2 weeks once the entire Iranian government's toppled. I really want to see. I want to see the Iranian government just toppled. I want to see its military arsenal weakened. Yeah. I say a weak Iran is a good Iran for the rest of the Middle East. I think it won't. First off, I don't think there will ever be peace in the Middle East as long as they cling on to their Quran. But you know what? Let them battle it out. Let them battle it out with their crappy ideologies.
President's terms. There's no doubt about that. And as far as NATO is concerned, that's a decision that will be left to the president. But I'll just say a lot has been laid bare. A lot has been shown to the world about what our allies would be willing to do for the United States of America when we undertake an effort of this scope on behalf of the free world. These are missiles that don't even range the United States of America. They range allies and others.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This does affect our allies, which in effect, if our allies are affected, then we're affected too, to some degree. And that matters. That is a big deal, man.
And yet when we ask for additional assistance or simple access basing overflight, we get questions or roadblocks or hesitations. And the president's pointing out, you don't have much of an alliance if you have countries that are not willing to stand with you when you need them. He's simply pointing that out. And ultimately, it'll be his decision of what that looks like after this is complete.
I'll just won't talk about any particular target. This really builds on Jillian's question, too, that I don't think I completely answered. But, you know, the Joint Force is the most professional force in the world, and we have numerous processes and systems to carefully consider the whole range of considerations, from civilian risk to legal considerations with any target. And as targets come before us, we run them through the same process that we always do, and always strike lawful targets in accordance with the normal procedures that we use.
Chairman King, no quarter, no mercy for enemy combatants. As I said.
For me?
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you. I appreciate it. On Sunday, President Trump said that Iran's first regime was all destroyed and the second one is mostly dead. The third regime that we're on right now has been much more reasonable in negotiations. Do you agree with that assessment, and why?
I would defer to the negotiating team there. They're the ones talking to him, but they're getting a back and forth on terms, which is a productive development. We stand right there next to our negotiating team, always willing and prepared to put them in an even better position. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I gotta say, man, Hegseth is totally a pimp. Do you guys want to watch Woke People? So we're gonna watch Asmund react to some woke people. I think, was it Asmund clips? I think it might have been Asmund's clips. Hold on, Asmund Gold clips. Dude, I love it when he reacts to woke people. Dude, it's the greatest thing in the world. It's funny as fuck. And let's take a look here. Okay, the left is completely...
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to...
Look at this. Look at this. The left is completely...
microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
All right, so we're going to be making fun of woke people. Not too much. Not really. Okay, we're making fun of the collective. All right, let's make... This is one of the most haunting things I've ever seen in my life. Do you know how miserable it would be to be in that room? With all these people. Not Asmund Gould's room, by the way. I'm talking about the room full of leftists in this video. All right. Tiny Lion Gaming says, I can't with this shit. I love you, Tiny Lion Gaming. What up, bro?
Tiny Lion Gaming says, I can't with this shit.
Nah, dude. Honestly, Asmund Gould is the Rain Man, bro.
Yes, hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order.
That's my point of privilege. Oh my god, dude. This is so cringy and so unacceptable. No, this is sad, dude. This is why I will never vote Democrat. I want to say all this right here, all that's going on here in this room is why I will never vote Democrat. If you have Democrat next to your name, consider the fact that you're not getting my vote ever. If you even think like a Democrat, I will not vote for you. I'll accept you as an individual, but I will never have you have power over me. I will never allow anybody... Yeah, I have... when I watch this stuff, dude, I have like third-hand embarrassment. Second-hand embarrassment, I think is the term.
Which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con.
We went pro-con.
Hey, guys, if you guys think that woke people are stupid, just tap the subscribe button at this point. If you guys think the woke are totally out of their minds, please tap the subscribe button, because I'm done with woke. I've been done with woke for a long time. I'll never vote Democrat, ever, ever, ever. If you have Democrat next to your fucking name, I'm not voting for you.
Tiny Lion Gaming says, LOL Michael, as if you ever voted Republican in the first place.
I know that Tiny Lion Gaming's referring to the Michael in the chat. But that's just fun. I thought he was referring to me for a second. Like, what are you talking about, Tiny Lion Gaming? Just kidding.
Pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at Con Mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
I can't. Oh, God. This is rough. I mean, this is honestly rough. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm never voting Democrat. Like, this is like, if you want... And look, the Democrats who are in office don't act like these people, but honestly, they are pandering to these people. Anybody in this room I'm talking about, not just this person. I'm talking about all the woke people in that room.
That's right.
I want to make it clear when I say these people, I mean all the woke people in the room. And they're all woke people in that room, by the way.
These people get nothing done. These are the people that when you hire them into your office becomes less productive.
Oh, yeah, because they're constantly complaining, dude.
These are people who turn some
woke fucking morons.
Something that takes an hour into 2 hours. These is people who make a deadline for something a month into a month and 3 weeks. These people are the most, and they're not useless.
I think they're a net negative, yeah. Not only are they, I think they're useless, but at the same time, not only are they useless, they destroy. If you're, honestly, if you're woke, you make things broke, okay? If you're woke, you make everything broke, okay? You go woke, you go broke. By the way, if you guys have woke fatigue, please tap the subscribe button.
Actually a negative, right? Because if they were just a 0, you could just write it off. But the problem is that we need to do a removal of these people in government offices, in companies, etc.
But yeah, disruptive is a better term, Tiny Lion Gaming. I agree with that. Yes, disruptive. I'll agree with that.
Like, in my opinion, I think that there should be a thing where everybody that uses their pronouns.
I love how every woke person in the chat says explain woke. Yeah, woke is basically, it's a person who judges everything by race, gets offended by everything, and will fucking crash out at the slightest microaggression because they don't have the emotional maturity to handle life.
In their in emails, just gets automatically fired. That's it. They just get automatic. Every single one of them, they're all automatically fired. And it wouldn't get everybody, but man, would that just shut it down by a lot? Would that get rid of it? Nice. Annex Canada? No, I don't want these people voting. Fuck no, I don't want these people voting. And so I'll go through, I'll watch the rest of this too. Here's another one. All right.
I see that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here. The balloting co-chairs are returning, I believe. Now balloting co-chairs. There's a
balloting poacher. Oh my God, I just hate everything about these people is awful. Did you notice that she... Oh, my God. Look at her haircut. Correct me if I'm wrong. What does that haircut that she has look like? There was a certain leader back in the day in Germany, a certain dictator in Germany way back then, who had a very similar haircut to her. I'm not going to say which one, but I think you guys know where I'm going with this.
The point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand.
Oh, for fuck's sake. If I hear point of personal privilege one more fucking time, I'm going to crash out live on stream. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to fucking crash out.
And there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic.
You see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you...
No, I'm saying that the haircut looks like a... You know what I mean, Hitler. Oh god, yeah. This woke shit is so dumb.
Take these people seriously. You see, somebody like this, their job should be ringing the bell in the cathedral. That's it. That's the entire job. That's all they do. And you know what? I guarantee you sometimes the bell wouldn't get rung.
That's true. That's true. Even they would find a way to complain about that job, so.
There's a responsibility and a place for these people.
It's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked.
This is, you know what this really is it's an ideology of pathological narcissism. It's completely
My God, that's actually a good description of it. That's a hell of a description, bro. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. Once again, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger schlangus than I actually have. But I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to tap that subscribe button. Let's go.
Referential narcissism that every single thing in the world relates to and is about themselves. And this is the reason why it's become so prolific, it's because all of these people all over the world can relate to themselves. They can talk about themselves. So if they can make their entire identity about themselves rather than the ideas they hold, then it makes it a lot easier for them to have this identity. And they don't have to think about it. They don't have to justify it. They don't have to rationalize it. It's completely self-referential narcissism.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is narcissism. All of this is narcissism at a massive scale. And, oh my God, I just can't, dude.
And it is a lens in which they see the entire world. And that's the reason why there's so many of these people.
And it's frustrating when these are my rights.
Hey, guys, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. We just got 2 new subscribers. We're at 9,312 subs. Hopefully we can get to 9,350 before the end of the stream. Not sure if we'll do it, but we'll try. I mean, more subscribers, the better. What do you say? But yeah, you guys don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me feel like I got a bigger you-know-what than I actually do.
Directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me. And I understand her rights are important too.
Oh my God, this is so stupid. I feel like the more I watch this, I feel like my brain is fucking melting. My brain is actually no, it's not melting. But dude, this is killing me. Okay, it's not. I don't want to. So good. Oh my God. I feel like I'm becoming more woke. The more I watch this, the more I feel like I'm becoming more woke. This is what the left is. I mean, what we're watching is the left in a nutshell. And this is why I will never vote Democrat ever, ever, ever. Yeah, I can't do. I'm gonna power through this, you guys. I'm gonna do this for you. Honestly, I'm doing this for me because I'm having a blast watching this dude. I love watching this garbage.
This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
Yes.
I will
This is
so
ridiculous,
true.
dude.
So true.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God. Like this is, it's crazy how they can't even run their own system right.
Yeah, they're just complaining about everything that they're doing. All they're doing is complaining the whole time. They go on the mic and they're like, they're just explaining the processes and then they're complaining about the processes at the same time, which I don't even know what the processes are. These processes are so unnecessarily confusing. You know, leave it up to a woke person to make something even more complicated than it needs to be. Leave it up to a woke person to do that because that's what they do. That's what woke people do. Anyway, if you guys can, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. If you guys are just done with woke, I'm done with woke, but I'm not done with this, though.
Oh my God. What is this? They're just mentally ill, narcissistic losers. I mean, that's really all there is.
Honestly, Asmongold is spot on right there.
To it. I mean, it's really not complicated. The problem is that at a certain point, we decided to view their narcissistic pathology as somehow genuine or any way authentic. The problem is that we have enabled this by tolerating it.
Mm-hmm.
Delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Because that was offensive to gay people. Because they're not straight, they're gay.
Oh God, I love Asmongold using the woke logic against them. I mean, it gives me a boner.
It's also offensive to drunk drivers because they can't drive straight.
That's a good one. Oh, dude, Asmon's cooking, dude. Asmongold is cooking right now. He's cooking.
With a prominently displayed equity card, if I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity.
Just guess. God, just guess the gender identity.
And I will come to you.
That's so true.
This applies so far according to your rules for gender identity.
And you have to keep in mind that the reason why I will never vote for a Democrat for anything.
Yes. Because the party's a joke. It's because these people, if you vote Democrat, you're giving these people power. These people should never have an ounce of power because they would abuse it even more than you realize. Weak people, and I'm saying this, weak people, intellectually and physically, should never have power over others. Period. End of story. They should never be able to control anybody. They can control their own lives. They can do that, but they should never, ever have any control over anybody else. Period. End of story. Woke people deserve no control over you. They deserve no control over me. That's why I don't vote Democrat, because I don't want to give these freaking creeps any power.
Is because they enable these people.
Spot on. That's another thing. The Democrats, like Asmongold said, enable these people and say it's okay to be crazy. It's okay to not be able to define biological men and women. That's what they're basically saying. It's okay. We're going to enable you. Do you want a crack pipe? That's what they did in California. They basically, California and Oregon, I think they just hand out crack pipes to like fucking junkies. They don't solve the problem, they just enable the problem. This is why the government is not effective, and this is why government should not control anything or try to enact change. Honestly, governments can't really change anything. I think entrepreneurs can, but big government cannot change shit. If you guys can, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. If you guys are so done with the left, look, I'm done with the left. If you guys love Trump as much as I do, tap subscribe. JD Vance, if you guys want JD Vance 2028, I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
They don't necessarily agree with these people, but they will enable these people to do whatever they want. So whenever you vote for what's considered a moderate Democrat, you are actually voting.
Are you serious? On the Canada healthcare site, it show. Oh my God. I gotta see this, dude. Oh my god, AI has a summary. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. I am so done with the left. I am just so done with the left. The left is out of its mind, dude. This is why I don't take the left seriously. Small wiener gang. This is why, dude. Honestly, if there's instructions, by the way, on how to make a crack pipe on a health website, and here's the thing, dude. They hand out crack pipes to people in like Oregon and California who are addicted to fucking crack. And they hand out needles, not just crack pipes. They hand out needles. It's just like they're just keeping, they're just enabling. It's just enabling. It's just a level of enabling. This is why I don't vote Democrat at all. Let's keep watching this garbage.
For these people, because they enable these people.
He's other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends. Let's hear.
You mean your golden dystopia of hell? Here's the problem. Every single like leftist art that I see, it seems to be dystopian. It feels very dystopian and hopeless. It's nihilistic to no end. And look, honestly, look, I understand there's a place for nihilism. Sometimes there is. But it's like nihilism is in these people's heads 24/7.
Hear the balloting co-chairs.
They lack vision. I mean, the Democrat movement lacks vision. But yeah, no, if you have Democrat next to your name, like if I'm voting for someone and they have Democrat next to the name, I can't vote for them. I can't do it because I know that they're going to just enable these people. They're going to keep borders open. They're going to hand out crack pipes and enable everybody to just be drug addicted idiots.
Here we go.
I'm directed to a point on microphone 3.
Point of information. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to bring a point of privilege around an emergent...
Oh, God, she said point of privilege again. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, why? Dude, you guys are basically watching me torture myself live on stream. This is torture to me. But it's funny, but it's torturous. Like... I feel like I don't usually feel embarrassment, but like I feel very much secondhand embarrassment right now. Like these are the people. This is why I don't vote Democrat. This is why I can't. You know, it's so funny. People always wonder, you know, why do you vote for Trump, Michael? Why did you vote for Trump? Democrats inspired me to vote for Trump because I saw the way the Democrats were acting, and I thought there's no way in hell that I'm voting for this garbage. Because I just can't. I can't do it. I can't find it within my heart of hearts to vote for this shit.
Issue with some job loss in my workplace.
And whatever you guys think about Trump, you think he's a bad president, I would take a bad President Trump over all this garbage any day of the week.
Isn't it crazy how nothing is ever even discussed or done? It's just people talking about themselves.
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing. We're at 9,314 subs, 9,314. We're trying to get to 9,350 before the end of this stream, but if we can't get it, that's okay. But I do want to say thank you to everybody for just being incredible, for supporting the channel. But yeah, no, this is crazy. But yeah, no, these are the people. These are the people right here that if you give them power, they would abuse it. I'm serious. You can't... Anybody who has these people, you give them an ounce of power, they will abuse it. Mark my fucking words. This is why I don't vote Democrat. I just don't believe Democrats know how to use power appropriately. Let's just put it that way. They abuse it because they want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you how to think. This person right here is a total Karen. Right here, total Karen. This Karen wants to tell you how to think, wants to tell you how to speak. Will probably try to tell... There's probably the same type of person during COVID who would get angry at you if you don't have a mask on. Yeah. Fuck these people. These people suck. I don't want to give them any power. They should not have any power to control me. Ever. You give these people an ounce of power, they'll abuse it.
This is what I was talking about. It's just complete narcissism. That's it. It's all narcissism. This is amazing. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. It's a level of narcissism. Now you guys can say what you want about me. You guys can say I'm narcissistic. I don't fucking care. Because if I was narcissistic, I would actually care what you guys think about me. I don't give two fucking shits what anybody thinks about me. I just know what I am. I know what I want to be. I'm represented by my ideas, right? My ideas about the world. That is how I define myself. The actions I take and the beliefs, the basic beliefs, not the political beliefs. I consider politics to be a sport and not a thing I take too seriously. But no, I really don't want people like this. I don't want people like this person right here, if you guys can see where my mouse is at. I don't want people like this controlling me. I don't want people like this controlling me. And you vote Democrat, that's what's exactly going to happen.
What do you call that haircut?
It is impairing your ability to...
Honestly, that's the same haircut that Nazi lieutenants had in World War II.
Yep. You guys remember how I was hinting earlier about this haircut? That is straight up... That's straight up a Hitler haircut. That's a Nazi haircut, dude. You know, the irony is, and the Democrat Party was the original party that created the KKK. I don't believe the party switch ever naturally happened. I still think the Democrats are just as racist today as they were back in the day when they created the KKK. You know, they talk to minorities like they're idiots. You know what I mean? That's the Democrat way. You know, it's interesting because they intentionally lower their vocabulary when they're speaking to minorities. It's crazy. It's a level of crazy. So the Democrats today, they're still the same Democrats that, in my opinion, created the KKK back in the day because the party switch never really happened. Oh God, he's gonna pull up an image. He's gonna do a side-by-side comparison, I bet. He's gonna compare this haircut right here.
Where is it? Welcome back.
I do see some similarities, actually. Oh my God. That's hilarious, dude. That is fucking hilarious.
Welcome back. That's crazy. What are the odds of that? Yeah. I only seen this movie 100 times, all right? So, yeah, I guess so. Crazy. What are the odds? Wow. What the fuck? Yeah.
Participate in the meeting. It is a correct point of privilege. If you'd like an announcement to be made from the stage, we can arrange...
See, I don't mind if people like this tell me what to do because I could just tell them to fuck off. But what pisses me off is when people like this have power to tell me what to do and enforce it. That's what scares me. I don't want anybody like this to have the power to tell me how to live my life at all. Like, I should say not the power, but like the power to enforce it. Now, granted, this person can tell me how to live my life all they want. I could tell them to, and I will impolitely tell them to go fuck themselves and be like, you're an idiot. But the beauty is I can call them an idiot without them actually doing anything about it. That's the point. These people have authoritarian minds, hence the Nazi haircut right there. And that's the problem. That's the biggest problem I have with the left. That's my problem. And I honestly see the left becoming more You know, everybody says that, oh, Donald Trump's a Nazi. He's a dictator. Honestly, he's taken out 2 dictators in like the last month and a half. He took out the Venezuelan president. He took out the asshola Ayatollah in Iran. So, yeah, let's keep going.
For that, and then the delegates can hear it from here. Not right now.
So, okay.
I want to announce that I changed my gender for the 3rd time today.
That's a good one.
If you don't let me do it, I'm being oppressed.
Bring it to you.
Bring it to me.
Thank you.
We'll find a way.
We'll
Good.
find a way.
Okay.
Great. And so let me say, I think there's even more of this, okay? Don't worry
I have a cream
about it.
Microphone 2, are you on this resolution?
Yes.
Microphone 2, please.
My name is
Look, if you're in the audience, you're probably just as retarded as they are.
Yeah. That old man right there is like, what the fuck?
Mastura Tasneem. I'm she. My pronouns are she, they. I'm from Ontario. Hello, bonjour. As we conduct
Oh, good Lord, man. Good. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Maybe she might make sense. I don't know.
this convention today and the past 2 days, right now there's discussions of 10,000 American men and women being sent to Iran, being deployed.
Yeah.
Just to be part of this bloodbath. Canada cannot and will not be part of the legacy of blood that was built in Iraq, in Palestine, and now in Iran. This is a no question.
I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Karen, but the protester executions will stop. I'm sorry, but the religious executions are going to be ending.
Yeah, now the asshole Ayatollah is gone, dude. It's perfect. People can finally protest their government in Iran without getting executed by the tens of thousands. You know, honestly, I'm not a big fan of war. I get that. And that's something, and that's why I've had some conflictions in how I feel about this personally. But at the same time, I realize that honestly, a weak military Iran's probably better. As long as they don't have nuclear weapons to harm our allies and stuff, I think that's great. Give me a moment. Bob says, this past weekend, a group of dancing frogs changed my political affiliation. The logic was just so powerful. Honestly, the left just creates more Republican voters every day. Like, I don't even really fully align with the Republican point of view on things. But I will say, because I still consider myself an independent at the end of the day. But I will definitely say this: I'm an independent who will never go full left. I mean, there are some, like, I'll never vote Democrat people into office, but just because the Democrats believe in certain viewpoints doesn't mean I'm going to reject certain viewpoints. There are certain things that I'm for and against just based on a case-by-case basis. I'm all about case-by-case basis. It depends on what the concept is. It depends on what my personal viewpoint is. It depends on the knowledge that I have and the experience I have. You know, and I don't have a firm opinion on everything. I don't think anybody really can. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's keep going.
That's right. We're going to end it. We're going to pack them all up. That's right. Iran twice. That's it. We got a lot of work to do.
In debate, I call this question, Adam and chairs. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny that you mention it, TJ. I actually checked that Facebook page earlier, and I like to check and see if Sal is talking about me or you, because I never know. Because Sal is, in my opinion, Sal's pretty mentally ill. I actually got to admit, I'm reluctant to say this, but I'm actually proud of Sal for apologizing. I read the apology earlier on the show, and I was actually shocked he apologized. Like, it blew my mind. I'm glad he did. I think it's not right of him to I make all those shitty assumptions about you, dude. It's just terrible. I still don't like Sal. I still think Sal's a piece of crap. But at the same time, I'm just happy that he actually found it within his heart to actually apologize. That's... Damn, I'm actually shocked. I mean, I think it's great. You know, I believe in redemption, by the way. I believe in redemption, that people can become better people. Oh, TJ says it could be because he shared the... Oh, got ya. 20 minutes before he posted it, got ya. So did people in the Timcast Discord probably DM him like crazy, I'm assuming? God, Sal, I don't know. I still think Sal is a manipulative piece of garbage. I'm not a fan of the dude. Yeah, he pisses me off to no end. I can't... When I saw that apology, I was like, no fucking way. I read it live on air, though. It was an interesting apology. If he did it from the bottom of his heart, then great. If he only did it to save face, then TJ says a bunch of the Timcast Discord group viewed the post and reported it. Got ya. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, Sal's a piece of crap, dude. I can't stand that dude. He is such a terrible person. Like, I'll give him some props for apologizing, if it was sincere, that is. If it was a sincere apology. If he was only doing it to save face, then I think that's a piece of shit thing for him to do. But yeah, Sal sucks, dude.
It's going to happen.
Your point's quite well made, Speaker. I'll again thank delegates not to call me Madam Chair or Madame la Présidente. I'm a non-binary person.
My God. Oh, this is so cringy. I have so much trouble watching this, dude. This is woke. This is woke on steroids. These are woke people on steroids, dude.
Are they, them, and their chair is sufficient? And with regret, you've spoken to the resolution. It's not open to you to also call the question. If the question is the will of the House, someone else must call it, because we heard...
These people are so good at doing nothing and saying nothing. All they're doing is spouting all these stupid rules and stupid identity things. If you guys are tired of the left as much as I am, please tap the subscribe button, because I have been done with the left for a long time. Let's see. TJ says, let's see. We will never know if it was that or legit. But I mean, hopefully it's a legit apology, and, you know... I'm glad he apologized, man, because I was getting sick and tired of seeing him consistently post about you, dude, because it's like I know what kind of person you are. And the fact that you're a good person being treated like shit by, in my opinion, a shitty person. Sal, I believe, is a shitty person who has nothing. He's a gossip queen, and he's just not a good dude. But, dude, that pisses me off, though. It still pisses me off that he's been such a douchebag to you. I don't know. Anyway. If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner if you haven't already. It does help the channel grow. We're at 9,314 subscribers. Once again, 9,314. So, yeah, don't forget to tap that subscribe, man. Let's keep it going. Keep it flowing. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, baby. Let's go, dude. Yeah, hell yeah, Annie. Yeah, Stocks is the man, dude. TJ is the man.
This is the Karen Ouroboros.
The Karen Ouroboros. I got to hear this.
Is the snake consuming itself. You have a bunch of entitled, narcissistic, mentally ill millennials that have held an entire convention.
Oh my God, yes, this is amazing.
To talk about themselves and to argue about protocols and bureaucratic procedure.
Can I just say that Asmund Gould, honestly, in my opinion, is might be one of the best philosophers of our time. He's calling it like he sees it, dude. He's just seeing a bunch of Karens being fucking annoying about... Yeah, they're basically complaining about protocols. They're complaining about gender identities. It's just them complaining. That's all this is. This is all it is. This is wild. Yeah, if you guys can, though, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude.
That's right. That's what this is. It's unbelievable. It's the Oppression Olympics? Yes, and they're all losers.
In substantive debate.
Okay, I was not aware.
Weird rule. Microphone 4.
Yes, thank
Karen
you.
Maxing?
My name is Fred Farhad Sufi.
Jesus Christ.
He said Karen Karen Maxing. Yes, everybody in this room of Democrats is Karen Maxing. Absolutely. They're Karens. A bunch of fucking Karens. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. We need more simps. We need more subscribers. We're at 9,314 subs. Once again, we're at 9,314 subscribers. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Let's go. Let's be sexy together.
Let me see if there's any more of these. Oh, is this another one?
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
Have we seen this one? We saw this one. Okay, good. Let me go and pull up the other one. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure that we get the entire thing for this.
Every time they say point of privilege, I just want to scream, dude. Every time these wankers say point of privilege, dude, I can't, dude. I can't.
A point of privilege? Yeah.
E.T., I don't even want to know. I don't even know.
Yep, that's right.
Speak to somebody in front of me.
Let me make sure if there's any more of these that I haven't missed out on. And okay, is this? No, this is obviously a meme, and it's a dumpster fire. Oh God. Let me see if there's any more. Yeah, there's just this. Okay, here's maybe another one.
And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat.
So this is the 2019.
Take a seat. Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
Right.
Oh my God, dude. This is another Karen who has a power trip. She's like, I'm at the podium. I'm here to tell you guys what to do. Oh God, this is the National Convention of 2019. This is the same thing. This is actually funny. I think I've seen this before.
When there's so many people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys.
They did it again. Quick point of personal privilege. I am so sick of this. You don't need to say quick point of personal privilege. Just fucking say your ideas. Say your fucking ideas, dude. You fucking... I can't. This is just sad. Tiny Lion Gaming says it's about to rain for like 5 days. Where he's at. Oh, shit. It's like a Temu Ellen degenerate. I love it.
First of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just... I know we're all fresh and ready to go.
These people eat themselves, dude. These people all attack themselves over the stupidest shit. These people are so fucking annoying.
But can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker?
Thank you, comrade. That is so... Do these people realize... I love it when they say comrade, because these people don't realize how stupid collectivism is when it's implemented by the government. They don't understand that fucking communism sucks when it's implemented by the government. Socialism sucks when it's implemented by the government. It's just terrible all the way through. Yeah. Government doesn't solve problems, it creates problems.
Against name, chapter, pronouns.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to...
Oh, fucking shit, dude. Please don't use gendered language. God, this pisses me off. This is tough, dude.
Address everyone.
Okay.
Wait, that's that same retard that, like, wait a minute. This fat retard decided there was a line, and he just cut in the line. And we saw this part.
We have a lot of disabled comrades.
We know.
Sorry, could we...
We know.
Thank you. Hold on. Point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So...
Sorry, what's your name and
my
your...
name is Trey. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns.
Of course you do.
Yeah?
I'm from Memphis. Thank you for asking.
They're all disabled. I know.
Nice to meet you.
I had a question.
I know. We know.
So, Nick? Jack? What is his name? Or what is their name? Nick J. They were elected as an at-large delegate before they resigned. Is that correct?
No.
No? Okay, then never mind.
Now...
God, these people suck, dude. Oh, my God.
Thank you. Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns.
Oh, my God, it's almost over. We got 6 minutes of this torture. 6 minutes of this.
Could I please ask the chair to, again, there was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs, that it is distracting to other comrades. I have autism. This is distracting to me. I would like to ask our fellow delegates, please, to not wave around your signs, especially during voting. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is why the Democrat Party's not going to win an election for a long time. This party, Annie, this party's not unhinged. It's just mentally handicapped. These people don't know how to do anything. They just pontificate and complain, pontificate and complain, pontificate and complain. Zero action is taken. You know, say what you want about Trump, but at least he takes action. He does something. He's decisive. He's direct. These people just go around in circles with each other, complaining about their privilege, complaining about somebody else's privilege. I can't. Like, this is why I don't vote Democrat. This right here is a prime example of why I can never ethically vote for Democrats.
Yes. Please do not wave around your signs. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's beyond belief.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't. This is the most mentally ill brain. Oh wait, no, this is a new one. What is Fatty saying?
It's a point of. Go ahead. It's got a point of privilege. The microphones seem really low today. It's hard to hear everyone at the mic between the background noise and the volume in here.
Yeah, because the reason that nobody can hear anybody is because they would rather talk to each other than hear all the stupid shit that's going on in the mic with all you idiots coming up to the microphone, dude. Ugh. This is this is the Canadian NDP Socialist Conference, by the way. This is why socialism is stupid. Because the people who believe in socialism are stupid.
The microphones is really hard to hear, and the closed captioning also is slower to make it hard to keep up with what's going on.
All they do is...
I just can't, dude. This is just... I'm trying to power through this, you guys. I guess in a sense I want to torture my audience. I'm trying not to. I try not to torture you guys, but oh God, this is just bad, dude.
Talk about themselves and complain about bureaucratic processes. That's literally all they do. Like, does anything ever get done? Like, they hold an event, it goes on all day, and nobody they don't even do anything. There's no greater ideology that this serves. It's all just self-serving narcissism.
That pretty much sums it up, man. Pretty much sums it up, dude. And yeah, it is narcissistic. I mean, I got to agree with Asmongold. These people are extremely narcissistic. And this is why they can't get anything done. It is self-serving. So the problem is, narcissism's not necessarily a bad thing if you're somebody who takes massive levels of action. These are narcissists that don't do anything with their lives except for complain. That's the problem that we're seeing here. I mean, dude, I feel like this is crazy. This is fucking wild, dude.
Point of privilege.
And people often wonder, how did Trump win the election? How did Trump win the popular vote? I think you know why. Because we didn't want Democrats who would enable open borders and people like this to control our lives. We don't want these Karens to control our lives. No. They can tell us what to do on the streets. But I don't want them to be able to force me to do what they're telling me to do. That's the difference. You could tell me how to live my life, but you can't force me to live the way that you want me to. That's the difference. So yeah, I'll never vote Democrat, ever. The Democrat Party's wretched and wrecked. It's disgusting.
There's not enough snack cakes.
Thank you, delegate. I have a hearing impairment, and I'm struggling to hear the delegates, and I know that you are too.
You have a hearing impairment? I don't believe you.
Let's have some order. We'll hear from the delegate on microphone 1, please.
I did want to bring attention to the fact that a fellow delegate is holding the gender parity cards.
Let's take the microphone to that delegate. We'll hear from them right now.
Thank you, Joseph.
Oh no! Was this what we were talking about whenever yesterday we were talking about ball gags? Oh my God! All right, let's go. Let's hear it. Here we go.
She, her. My pronouns are she, her, elle in français. It's gonna be really hard to follow Rob Ashton. Amazing speaker. We are a working class party.
I can't. I'm trying so hard not to just exit the tab. I just want to close the tab. Never look back. This is fabulous, man. This is hilarious. Let's keep going.
I think most of us in
You're not a working class party. This is so privileged, it's insane.
Oh, yeah. No, and that's the thing. The Democrats don't give two shits about the working class at all. You know, Bernie Sanders said it best, and I rarely agree with Bernie Sanders on things. He said it best, though. The Democrat Party lost the working class. The Democrat Party does not in any way represent the working class at all. In any way, shape, or form. If anything, they represent terrible, shitty policies and terrible, shitty ideas, if we're going to be truthful with each other. Yeah. It's as simple as that, man.
Everybody in this fucking building is privileged as fuck. You are the do you really think that people that are working class have time to think about getting piercings and tattoos, dressing up like a DLC battle pass reward from Assassin's Creed Shadows? Do you really think that you have the opportunity to do that? No. This is only something that is a privilege of first worlders that are living in a world that is protected by people that think the exact opposite of what they do. It's embarrassing. Oh my God.
Asmund nailed it. Asmund hit the hammer on the head of the nail, man.
These people actually reverse Nazis? Well, they I mean, I don't think it's really a big difference. Point of privilege.
Yeah, they're not reverse Nazis. I mean, I'm not going to lie. These people are, in my opinion, that. The Democrat Party's, in my opinion, just a racist party.
Most of us in this room.
What is it? Somebody says Stalin would have gulagged these people? Honestly, he would be so sad watching this. Can you think about the level of disappointment Joseph Stalin would have with this event?
I think he would expect it, to be honest, as I think even Joseph Stalin knew the collectivists were idiots. He had to have. I think most people who start out as collectivists and become authoritarian pieces of shit and lead a country, they know how stupid socialism and communism are. They just pretend to believe in it. It's as simple as that. They, at the end of the day, know how stupid socialism and communism are, but they just go along with it. Even though there's a plethora of history to show that it destabilizes countries faster than anything when you implement it on a government basis. Look at California. California is just another piece of proof that socialist policies and overtaxing your citizens doesn't solve any problems. In fact, if anything, a lot of the rich people end up moving away. The people who create businesses and create things that matter and create convenience for us, they end up moving out of those places because they're like, fuck this, the taxes are too high. Why would I fucking want to have a business here when I'm going to be taxed up the yin-yang? You know, so that's the way I see it, and I call it like I see it, man. But yeah, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. It does help the channel grow. And it helps my schlangus feel bigger than it really is. I got a tiny schlong. Give me a moment, you guys. Sorry about that. All right. That's perfect. Okay. So let's keep watching this, whatever the hell this actually is.
He would be so upset.
Room are behind that, and while we can debate on the specific words and who is and isn't included, I think our Constitution needs to recognize that, and I also recognize there is... I'm sorry, I'm speaking way too fast. Let me slow down for the closed captioning. I'm so sorry, I get excited.
Nobody ultimately wants to close caption any of this. I don't think anybody wants to hear this trash.
Yeah.
So fucking bad, dude.
It's a point of privilege.
And people wonder why I dog on socialism. It's because have you ever talked to a socialist?
The closed captions for this convention are running between 6 and 10 seconds behind. So it's just a request for the chairpersons to be aware. And when you move to a vote, I'm still reading the debate. So if we just take a little pause, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes, bonjour,
yes.
hi. My name is Parker Tian. I'm representing Vancouver Quadra. Just to reply my Frank Prokop comrades, prior point of privilege.
Prior point of privilege. Can they just stop using the word privilege with everything? Please. Yeah, the irony is they do have a ranking system, whether they realize it or not. It's called the privilege system. It's sad. How about this? Just treat everybody like an individual. Don't judge them based on their skin color. Don't judge them based on whether they're a man or a woman. Stop bringing up the fact that you're a man or a woman or a they, them. Who the fuck cares what you are at the end of the day? Because I don't care. I don't even care what the hell I am at the end of the day. Well, I do, kind of. I don't really. I'm a they, them. No, I'm just kidding. This is just sad, dude. I watch this and I'm just like, it's videos like this. People wonder how Trump voters came to be. It's videos like this. It's videos like this that exposed how ridiculous the left rally is and how we're done. I just can't, dude.
Earlier, as you can see, I do have one of the translating device. However, I like to raise this to the chair's concern that the sign out process for this device is not necessarily the best because
it actually is just complaining about processes. It's actually just the discussion of and the complaining about processes. That's it.
Yep. It's just it's Karen Fest 2026, dude. It's just idiot Karens getting together, man. Annie says every time they say privilege, I'm taking a drink. I get it. Oh, I feel like I'm just about there, dude. Oh, man. We're almost done with the video, though. Oh, my God. We're almost done with this torture. By the way, if you guys think the left is out of their mind, please tap the subscribe button. Double tap the screen to like the stream, but just tap that subscribe button, man. We are so done with the left on this channel. We're done with the left. We're just like, fuck this. Fuck this. But you tap the subscribe button, though.
There's literally nothing that happens.
I request you to fill the form and give a piece of your ID, and most people don't even know where to get it, which is behind the registration table, and also they don't have enough pens when we're there, so there was a very long line up. Also for the device itself, because it's using infrared technology, you have to kind of position it so it can receive the signal.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. This is complaint after complaint. It's just complaining about either processes or privileges or telling people what to do, basically telling people hey, you better accommodate me or I'm going to get pissed and I'm going to crash out, dude. Socialists crash out all the fucking time. I swear it's like a psychological thing. I think that if you believe socialism's a good idea, I think it tells... If you legitimately believe that socialism is a good idea implemented on a government scale, okay, I think I already understand your psychology. And I understand that you will probably crash out. You will probably crash out on me for not agreeing with you in anything. Yeah, that's just the way it works. I'm very content in what I believe. If people don't agree with me, I'm like, okay, well, cool. I don't need people to agree with me. I want to agree with me, and I want to make sure that, I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll change my opinion when I feel like I'm really actually wrong. Not just feel, believe, there's a certain amount of faith, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and this is the thing. The reason I do this show is to shine a light on how ridiculous woke people are. And how ridiculous socialists are. Because there's a lot of... People don't realize that when socialists get together in a room, nothing gets done. This is why we should never have a socialist government. Because if we had a socialist government, it would turn to shit real fast. And look these socialists can't even hold a convention properly. because none of them have original ideas. They're all afraid to come up with new ideas or effective ideas. Because if you come up with an effective idea, that's offensive to ineffective ideas. See, I'm already thinking like them. See, it's pretty easy to think like a socialist. It's pretty easy to think like an offended person. Just remember, if you come up with an effective idea, how will the ineffective ideas feel? They're going to be sad. The ineffective ideas are going to be sad that the effective ideas are better. God damn, dude. Socialism doesn't work because everybody's trying to copy each other. There's no original thought processes. All that matters is the group identity. And this is the biggest problem I've always had with socialism and communism. Group identity is shit. Who the fuck cares about the group identity? Nobody should care. I need a second. I need to take a piss. Not in the sink. I need to take a piss, though. All right, you guys, I gave you a little bit of a show. So, all right, are we done with this woke shit? We finally done with the woke crap? I just can't, dude. This is so bad, dude.
Yeah, right. For sure, man. Definitely. And, oh my fucking God. I don't even know what to say about this. It is so deranged, brain dead, retarded. Like, I don't know how anybody can look at this and not be completely fucking embarrassed.
And it's honestly one of the reasons why I can't. Stuff like that just makes me like hate socialism even more. Stuff like this, it just makes me hate the Democrats even more. I hate's a strong word, I'll admit, but it makes me avoid, and I don't want to give Democrats any sort of power. That's the thing. I think giving Democrats power is probably the worst thing you could do, because a lot of them lean socialist. So
it's a comedy movie. Yes, these people are so retarded, and I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I have no idea what to say about this. It's so fucking pathetic, and
yeah, it freaks me out too, man. What to do? What to do?
What is this here? Number one refugee. I don't know what the hell that is. And let me go back and find some other ones. Complaining. Yeah, they're complaining about complaining. Absolutely fucking useless.
Yep. Ugh. It's just sad, dude. Oh, dude, it's
Hey everybody, it's
Palm Beach Pete, dude.
Pete, where am I now? I'm in LA. Vegas to LA, shooting some content. Back to Vegas, more content.
God damn it. So Saudi Arabia and UAE privately pushed the U.S. to keep fighting Iran. All right, let's take a look.
I do want to bring in Javed Ali, Associate Professor of Practice with the University of Michigan's Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy. He's worked at the Defense Intelligence Agency, the Department of Homeland Security, and the FBI. Joining us now live. And Javed, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and breaking down the operation as a whole.
Josh, always great to be with you. Thank you.
And first off, Javed, I did want to talk to you about some of the information that we've received so far, because we are more than a month into this operation. This is month 2 of Operation Epic Fury. Does it appear that there is any end in sight at this point?
Josh, right now it would appear that both the U.S. and Israel and Iran on the other side have dug in for this protracted fight. And whatever the calculus was at the beginning of February 28th in those first few days, if not first week, whatever the thought was that the regime would collapse or the IRGC would somehow be so degraded militarily that it wouldn't be combat effective as an organization. Well, that hasn't happened. Now, doesn't mean that the U.S. and Israeli campaign has
small wiener gang
significant effects.
Hey, we just got another subscriber, dude. Hell yeah. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, though. I do appreciate it. Let's take a look and see who it was. David Massafra. Thank you for subscribing, my beautiful brony bro. Small wiener gang.
David Massafra 6155 said hi.
What's up? Hi, David. Appreciate you, my brony bro. Thank you, Divide. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. Makes me feel like I got a bigger schlangus than I actually do. By the way, we're at 9,315 subscribers. We're trying to get to 9,400 before the end of the day. And I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to be a part of the show and helping us grow our subscriber base like crazy. You guys make the show happen. You guys make the show go round. And I guess I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys for kicking ass, man. You guys kick ass. You guys make this show go round. So for all that, I want to thank you. What else we got here?
Against Iran, clearly it has over 10,000 airstrikes to date, and that number is probably growing by the day. But at the same time, as we all know, the regime is still intact, even though there are different people now in different leadership positions in Iran. The IRGC continues to have a supply of ballistic missiles and drones and other capabilities that one would have thought this far into the campaign that those capabilities would have been significantly degraded, or Iran had depleted the inventory of those weapons. And then the closing of the Straits of Hormuz, or the controlling the access in and out of the Straits of Hormuz. These are all things that 5 weeks in make it really difficult to assess what the next 5 weeks are going to look like.
And John, but I wanted to show you this video right here. You may have already seen it, but it's coming in from Truth Social. I've talked about.
Dude, the markets are going up like crazy. Hold on. The markets are still going up. Oh my God, silver is climbing to like, oh my God. Dude, silver's going up, up, and up, and up, and up. 64, 63, 66, 63, 64, 64. Oh, shit. Yeah, silver's up like crazy right now. Holy crap. Gold is up like crazy. Silver's up like crazy. This is amazing, man. The SCHA's up. Everything's up right now, dude. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. My God, dude. Silver red, just let me get another drink in. Watch me come undone. This is absolutely amazing. All my small cap ETFs are going up like crazy. The international one's going up. The holy shit. 77.99. Holy crap, holy man, I'm selling part of that. Absolutely. Making profit all over the place right now in the markets, man. This is crazy. So I swing trade ETFs specifically, and that's how I make extra money. Quite a bit of extra money, I might add. Dude, I love it, man. Silver going up the way it is, to be honest, quite a thing of beauty. Yeah, I love the volatility of silver, though. That's the thing. The volatility of silver gets me hard as a rock. Shit. Killing it, man. Killing it. This bull run's a thing of beauty, man. Yeah, markets are going up like crazy right now. You want to know why? Because the Strait of Hormuz is mostly open, and things are looking better.
About it throughout the morning, as this is an...
And the war is slowly winding down. My March 31st prediction wasn't super far off, by the way. I know some people are going to say, yeah, it was. It kind of was, but not like fully, you know? I think my prediction was on the right path, man. It's on the right path.
Explosion there from the U.S. strikes that took place. This is right outside of Isfahan. Can you explain to folks out there the significance of that? Because we know there's uranium enrichment site there in that location, and this appears to be a massive explosion.
So going back to...
That's insane. I don't know where that explosion's from, but we're going to see here.
Last summer, if your viewers remember, when the U.S. Launched Operation Midnight Hammer, that was the more limited operation to hit basically the crown jewels of Iran's nuclear program, the 3 different facilities at Isfahan, Fordow, and Natanz, all involved in some aspect of either enriching uranium, storing uranium, other aspects of the nuclear fuel cycle. And I'm not a nuclear scientist, but those were significant operations last year. And here we are 9 months later, and we're seeing both the U.S. and Israel again attack the same sites. Now, whether they're precisely targeting the same locations that they did last summer, unclear. But we don't know the state of Iran's nuclear program, either in the 3 locations that were already struck going back to last year, or even what effects have been delivered now. And Josh, you mentioned one of the key issues apparently the Trump administration is wrestling with is what to do with the roughly 1,000 pounds of highly enriched uranium that Iranians probably still possess based on previous international inspections of their nuclear program.
Well, that's the thing. You got to locate the uranium and find a way to safely take it out of there. Absolutely. 100%, dude. Without a doubt. Now, how are they going to do it? I don't know. Maybe they got a big aircraft carrier, not an aircraft carrier, but like a big old maybe several aircrafts will find a way to latch onto it and drag it the hell out of there, fly it away. I don't know. But if there's that much enriched uranium, man, it's got to go somewhere. Something's got to be done with it, man. And it definitely should not be in the hands of Iran. Iran should not have any uranium at all. And the fact that they have that much enriched uranium is concerning, considering that their government is such a POS government. Yeah, Iran sucks, dude. Iran's terrible. I hate their government so much. Their government, the people of Iran are incredible. Their government is not. Their government is shit. Effing crazy, man. Effing crazy. Cheers. I want to try an experiment real quick.
And that's the nuclear material that theoretically could be used to produce a nuclear weapon, even though it doesn't seem like Iran was there even before February 28th. So whether through airstrikes, whether through potential ground operations, and we've all seen the media reporting about what might be being prepared for ground operations against these nuclear facilities to try to locate the highly enriched uranium and either destroy it or bring it out or transport it. These are all things that are going to be another critical aspect of the campaign as it goes forward.
And I'm going to pop this up on your screen as well. This is actually an image that is coming in from the Associated Press at this hour. And what you're looking at is a live look just east of Havana there in Cuba, as we're told that a Russian oil tanker is expected to arrive, and that tanker bringing 730,000 barrels of crude oil. It's the first shipment like this to the island since January of 2026.
Damn, they're actually getting a ton of oil in Cuba. Holy shit.
What does that say to you overall? Is there any kind of connection here as far as the fact that the Russian oil tanker was able to get through and head to that area?
Well, I'm not.
It's possible that the Iranian forces are really weak right now, in that that the U.S. has more of a firm stronghold on the Strait of Hormuz, but it's not over yet. I will say securing the Strait of Hormuz is a good thing, at least in my opinion.
Not only am I not a nuclear scientist, I'm not an expert on the oil and gas industry, but my understanding of based on everything that is happening with the war in Iran and Iran sort of tightening the grip on the transit of oil and gas products from the Persian Gulf to the rest of the world, that one of the things the Trump administration has done is allowed Russia to transport oil to other countries that were suffering a deficit based on what was going on or what's going
It's pretty honorable in my opinion.
on.
Sounds
with the
like it.
war in
Sounds
Iran.
honorable.
Now, I don't think Russian transports to Cuba. Cuba wasn't getting oil and gas from Iran, but the issue that I think the bigger issue is that Russia is now benefiting from this war in Iran because sanctions have been lifted. Their ships.
They absolutely are, man. Yeah, Russia is the benefactor on this one. Completely end of story. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Russia. Not a fan of the Russian government at all. Not even a fan of Ukraine either. But yeah.
Are able to take Russian oil to these different parts of the world, probably to include Cuba. So this is a secondary impact of the war in Iran. And again, I don't know if the administration thought this through, that a month into the campaign that pressure on Russia because of what's going on in Ukraine would somehow be lessened to help deal with the global crunch of oil supplies.
Also important to note here, the Associated Press is saying that several Gulf Arab nations, the allies of the U.S., we're talking Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait, a few of them there are secretly, privately urging President Trump and the U.S. to continue the operation to...
I say continue it as long as it needs to be continued. Once you've basically toppled the entire Iranian government, then yeah. And once the Strait of Hormuz is secured... get the heck out of there, man. The Strait of Hormuz needs to be fully secured before you're out of there. That's my opinion on this, and yeah. Hold on. But yeah, no, that's just my opinion on all this overall, and it's crazy. Hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay. Wait, did I just make my keys slippery?
Oh, you're
so I was trying, but I'm falling out of my hand.
If you want, next time you could just, if it's locked, just knock, and I will do my best to like be like, because I sometimes forget I locked the door. Like, Let me know. Yeah. Doing pretty good on the stream. Yeah, every time I get like 20 new subscribers per minute every time I do a stream, so it's adding up, and people get to super chat and comment rapidly, but it's just working. Smells of it. When I opened the garbage earlier, it smelled kind of nasty in there, so I'm gonna probably end up taking out the trash and then inspect the trash can, make sure it actually there's nothing nasty in there. Sorry about that, you guys. Still, I've been streaming for about 3 hours already, so I think I'm gonna call it quits here in a second. I'm gonna see if I can make one more trade on the markets real quick. See if there's any tempting trades to make. Not seeing anything in particular. Let me see. Nothing that's kind of reaching out to me. One moment. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found one. Never mind. Bear with me, everybody. Sorry about that. Well. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, dude, we got Esteban in the house. What up, dude? So I want to end it. I want to end this particular stream by saying this. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're at 9,315 subscribers. So if you guys can, please take the time to tap the subscribe button, as it really does help the channel grow in more ways than one, as you all know. But no, I do want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys. There's something I wanted to change real quick on here. And it's just a small thing. All right, looks good. Seeing if there's anything else I needed to input on here. Looks like it's a pretty sunny day today. I'm going to be doing a bit of a walk, and yeah, I just can't believe how much the markets went up today, you guys. This is insane. It's a testament to buying the dip, man. I slowly was buying the dip on small cap ETFs, large ETFs, I should say, that have a lot of different small cap companies in them, so that's a good thing. Let's see what else we got here. Is this a monthly dividend? Oh yeah, that's a monthly dividend one. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Frick yeah. But yep, the cool thing was I was able to make a little bit of extra dough on this one, and yeah, I'm a little bit stunned at how much everything went up today. This is crazy. And this is one of the reasons why I love swing trading small cap companies, is just small cap ETFs, I should say. Just because you have so many little advantages here and there that you can't always just simply account for, and it's just amazing. So we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. Hell yeah. 53.19, let's see. 53.74. But yeah, swing trading the volatility, man, it's one of the best things, in my opinion, that one can do. There's just so many little opportunities here and there in the marketplace, especially with volatility. You know, one cannot help but be tempted to trade these different equities, these different ETFs. And I'll tell you what, man, when it goes up like this, the entire portfolio went up like 7% in a day. Wow. It's honestly a thing of beauty. Give me just a few more moments, everybody. Seeing if there's any other opportunities in the market real quick. But yeah, whenever silver goes up like that, man, I just freak the fuck out. I'm like, no way. Every market went up today rapidly. And I'm telling you, man, the Strait of Hormuz is opening back up. that was a big thing. Investors were really scared, and honestly, I took advantage of their fear because they were selling off and I was buying what they were selling. You know, and I really do. I buy from the fearful. That is my investment mantra. I hold cash to the side so I could buy from the fearful. I just think it's the smartest thing that I could do, and why not? Profit off of the volatility. Especially when there's especially with all the opportunities out there, man. Yeah, it's wild how rapidly small cap ETFs can go up when things are getting better, at least when the news is better. But yeah, small cap are always going to be more volatile. But if you have a large diversified index of small caps, it doesn't get rid of any risk by any means, but it does mitigate some of the risk. And I love it, man. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to view this. We're at 9,315 subs. Got 15 on this one. And I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. And we were only streaming for like 3 hours anyway. But thank you guys.